Tonight's broadcast is presented by the Community Schools of Frankfort, where opportunity begins. CamFlow Heating and Cooling. Comfort you can count on, backed by people who care. The Frankfort Eagles, people helping people. FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk. Healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Mulberry Telecommunications, local service. Powerful fiber, connected communities, and the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance.
Welcome to beautiful Case Arena, the site of tonight's IHSAA volleyball matchup between the Delphi Oracles and the Frankfort Hot Dogs. You see the records on the screen. Delphi coming in at 2-4 on the season. Hot Dogs off to a hot start, 6-1. Joined by Laura Archibald, I am Sean Walker as we welcome you into our Goodwill Funeral Home pregame show, celebrating life and sharing memories. Laura, we've seen the Hot Dogs a couple of times on the airwaves so far this season, and they are looking primed and ready.
They are. They look really good early here in the season, and the nice thing is we see them improving every single match.
Our players to watch tonight are brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where impact players impact communities, and it's Chloe Mowdy tonight for Frankfort. She's got 35 kills, 9 aces, and 4 blocks. She's a senior for this Hot Dog squad, and Laura, she's kind of one of those unsung heroes. She's just steady. She's always there and all reliable, right?
She is, and here's the thing. Here's when you hear her name. The last 5 points of the match, when it's on the line, all of a sudden Chloe comes to life, and she's one of your go-to players. Like when the match is really on the line, it's that senior leadership. She's calm, cool, and collected. We want her on the floor, want her to have the ball when the game's on the line.
She's a stat sheet stuffer for sure. She definitely participates and helps all the way around the floor and fills those categories. Our keys to victory tonight brought to us by Tier 1 Meat Co., where every cut is elite and every customer is family. Laura?
So our first key to victory is serving accuracy. Frankfort doing a nice job on serving accuracy, coming in at over 90% as a team, which is what you want. However, Delphi really, really struggling in that area. Only one player serving over 90%, and that's Sammy Leopard. And the rest of the team, as an average, only at 76.5% as serving as a team. And to win, you have to be able to serve more than 3 out of 4 over the net, Sean. The second key to victory is staying in system. Really, this is about Frankfort. You want to be able to pass the ball well enough that you can stay in system. What we mean by that is you can run the offense that you've called ahead of time. So we want to see Frankfort tonight making sure that they can run what is my third key to victory, a diversified offense. That's when sometimes Frankfort will struggle. They'll start going back to just Lily Rockhold every time, who is fantastic. Why wouldn't you go to her? But blockers can start keying in on her if we don't diversify the offense for Frankfort. So I feel like that the setter for Frankfort, Grace Myers, is doing a much better job of diversifying that offense, but really staying in that system, passing well enough that she can get that ball evenly spread across the offense. That's what they're looking for in Frankfort tonight.
I love it. There's a great shot of Lily Rockhold on the screen, and she is definitely always a player to watch. She wasn't our impact player to watch tonight, but guaranteed to make an impact on this one. Our officials for tonight's broadcast brought to us by CamFlow Heating and Cooling, comfort you can count on, backed by people who care. Dave Herron and Mike Harlow, and you'll see the entire Ewing family back there, which is head coach Kia Rushton's family in the background. They come in and help. We're getting close to the start of this one here tonight. Delphi at 2-4 on the season under first-year head coach Jamie Weaver. Jamie did a nice job of sending me a lot of information on this one, on key players and what they're trying to accomplish as a program and rebuild there. And so excited to get our first look at Delphi on the season, as we have them 4 or 5 times this year across our ISC Sports Network.
And it is a rebuilding year for Delphi for sure. Whenever you take over a program, it's never easy. But certainly she's done a good job. She's coached a lot of club ball in her tenure. And I think, she sticks here in Delphi for enough years, she'll be able to build this program back up.
We'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll get you your starting lineups. First serve will be underway. You're watching IHSAA Girls Volleyball on the ISC Sports Network. Located in historic downtown Frankfort for nearly 170 years, our commitment has remained the same: to serve every family with compassion, dignity, and respect. Since 1856, we've been honored to guide generations through life's most difficult moments with personalized care and trusted service. With the only crematory in Clinton County, families have the comfort of knowing their loved one remains in our care every step of the way. Rooted in tradition, dedicated to our community, and here when you need us most. That's Goodwin Funeral Home.
People helping people. That's what the Frankfort Eagles 976 is all about. For years, the Eagles have been proud to give back to the Clinton County community, raising money and supporting all of our local schools, organizations, and causes that make a difference. The Frankfort Eagles is a place to come together with fundraisers, member events, live entertainment, great food specials, and bingo every Wednesday night. It's a place where friends become family, and helping others is more than a slogan, it's a way of life. Frankfort Eagles host 976, people helping people, supporting our community, making a difference.
Life happens, and having a primary care provider you trust can make all the difference. IU Health Primary Care in Frankfort welcomes 2 new family medicine physicians, Dr. Yang Wang
or Dr. Paola Castellanos,
now accepting new patients. Whether you need an annual checkup, preventive care, help managing a chronic condition, or care when you're sick, our team is here for you and your family when you need it. Schedule your appointment today. Call 765-448-7500. IU Health Primary Care, expert care close to home.
Camflow Heating and Cooling, providing comfort and peace of mind. Since 2009, Camflow has been family-owned and locally operated, serving our neighbors with locations in Flora, Lafayette, and Monticello. Whether it's your home or business, heating, cooling, geothermal, water heaters, air quality, or fireplaces, Camflow has you covered. 3 locations, 1 local team, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Contact us today at 574-337-3220 or visit camflowheatingandcooling.com.
Your smile is one of the first things people notice. Make it one you'll love. At Ardente Dental, we make getting the smile you've always wanted easier than ever. From traditional braces to life-changing results, our team of professional smile makers are here to help every step of the way. Want to see the difference a straighter, healthier smile can make on you or your child? We offer free consultation, braces starting at just $199 per month and no down payment. Don't wait to transform your smile. Call Ardente Dental today and schedule your free consultation.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. Located in historic downtown Frankfort for nearly 170 years, our commitment has remained the same: to serve every family with compassion, dignity, and respect. Since 1856, we've been honored to guide generations through life's most difficult moments with personalized care and trusted service. With the only crematory in Clinton County, families have the comfort of knowing their loved one remains in our care every step of the way. Rooted in tradition, dedicated to our community, and here when you need us most. That's Goodwin Funeral Home. We welcome you back inside Case Arena here at Frankfort High School. It's a good shot of the Delphi Oracles. Their starting lineups tonight brought to us by Ardente Dental. Look like this: Allie Huffman, Sammy Leopard, Amy Lee Lance, Peyton Morrow, Courtney Nelson, Adeline Farley, and the libero is Bailey Kaler. We talked earlier, head coach Jamie Weaver in her first year at the helm here of Delphi. And on the other side of the floor for the home team, the Frankfort Hot Dogs, same starters they've been rocking with for most of the season. Lily Rockhold, Grace Myers, Chloe Mowdy, Lorelei Bates, Sophie Michael, Brinley Brown, and Caroline Queen for head coach Kia Rushton. Gets so quiet in here, you can hear a pin drop.
I know,
Love
especially without the band, it does get super quiet.
Student section showing up here tonight, though, to support the volleyball team.
Always such a good student section here at Frankfort.
Want to give a shout out to the Frankfort Hot Dog football team. Looked pretty darn good last Friday against Clinton Central after some early turnovers. They were able to score a touchdown of their own and play some defense. So congratulations, Richard Salee and rest of the coaches there for Frankfort. Of course, I'm calling out Slee because he's our radio TV guy. He's our producer tonight, too. So, you know, you got to keep him in my good graces. He could mute me at any point in time. Looks like Frankfort will start out with the serve first. Nope, I apologize. Yep. They're going to go to Delphi. And Morrow will serve first for the Oracles. We talked earlier in your keys to victory. That's one thing that's been the Achilles heel for Delphi this season has been their serving.
Yeah, their serving has just been very, very inconsistent.
First point does go to the Oracles here, though. Delphi starts out with a 1-0 lead. Myers, quick set. Got a hand on it that time, did Nelson, but couldn't keep it in play. Now 1-1. Substitution takes place here. Number 22, Braylee Rummel comes in for Delphi. And Allison, the freshman. Brinley Brown back to the service line for Frankfort. No, she's been impressive during her freshman campaign. Rockhold. That one just lands in on the line. What an angle there.
That was a tough angle, but it was a nice shot. And it started out with a great pass there. One thing we talked about the last time when we were together when they played Rossville was the defense and passing of Brinley Brown. Super defender and passer for a freshman. I was actually even more impressed with that than I was her offensive power. And, you know, she's going to be a super player, definitely one to watch in the future years.
Mowdy, they set middle. She makes them pay. Our impact player making an impact early.
I like what I see here early from the Hot Dogs. I see Grace Myers really mixing the sets up. We've seen a set to the pin. We've seen one to the middle. We've seen one to the opposite side. That's exactly what Frankfort needs to do.
Delphi can't keep that one in play. Can't get it over the net in three, actually. Points goes to the Hot Dogs, and Brown continues to serve. Overpass, free ball opportunity now for Frankfort. They go to Rockhold. Blockers get the hand on it, but can't keep it in play. Another point for Frankfort. Tonight's broadcast brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where the coalition understands the important role healthcare coverage plays for athletes and their families. We partner with CKF to provide free expert assistance to enroll, use, and maintain affordable coverage. Certified navigators are available to set, pun intended, for uninsured Hoosiers as a trusted teammate. Call 1-888-975-4CKF and tell us the county where you live or work. Early 5-point lead here for Frankfort. They'll find scramble mode. Hot Dogs running the offense. They go to Michael. Another free ball opportunity. And Rockhold makes them pay.
I like that set from Grace Meyer, just a little bit lower, just threw the timing off a little bit. You see Courtney Nelson out there for Delphi. She's in the middle. Not sure how tall she is, but long arms, gets over the net nicely. So adjusting a little bit with the set so that Lily Rockhold can get around that block is a good move by Grace Myers.
That one pushed across by Huffman. And Michael with the miss hit there. That'll give the second point to Delphi. And Amy Lee Lance will go back to serve now. Point for Frankfort as that one lands in front of the libero.
That was a tough one for Delphi. Hit that top of that net and just changed the trajectory. She was lined up on it just a little bit short.
We'll send Mowdy back to the service line. Nice low serve that time. This one just a little long off the back line. Timeout going to be taken here. Delphi wanting to talk things over as they find themselves down 7 early. At Ardente Dental, you'll want to see the difference a straighter smile can make. Call Ardente Dental today at 654-7222 to schedule your free consultation. Braces start at just $199 per month with no down payment. Why wait to love your smile? Ardente Dental, where a beautiful smile doesn't have to break your budget. And at CamFlow Heating and Cooling, they're a locally owned, family-operated company. CamFlow is committed to keeping the community comfortable with trusted heating, cooling, indoor air quality, and fireplace solutions. They want to thank you for supporting the local businesses that support our local athletes. And they'd like to say, go Hot Dogs and go Oracles. Best of luck all season long. Laura, what are you seeing out of Frankfort early on that's got this nice 7-point lead?
They're passing really, really well. And Delphi is giving a lot of free balls to them, but they are staying in system. They've had they're doing a really good job passing that ball up where the setter can put it wherever she needs to. So I would say that's it. They're staying in system, just like we talked about the keys to victory.
Mowdy on the serve. She'll earn the ace here. We threw up her numbers to start the broadcast, and she's right there at the top of pretty much every statistical category of this team. She's in, third or fourth place, but she's right there. That's one thing, Frankfort, you can never have enough good servers, right?
Correct. You are absolutely right.
That time they go to the old bread and butter, and instead of powering one down, she just saw where the defense wasn't, tipped it over.
Yep, that was a really smart play. Another tough serve by Chloe Mowdy.
And Frankfort able to get into that offense. They come to Bates. Man, I'll tell you, what a great thing it is for Frankfort to have a freshman in Bates who looks the part of what Lily Rockhold looked like just 4 years ago. And you have Rockhold now as a senior to help kind of bring her along this freshman year.
Yeah, I love it. And I love that set. A little offset from the middle, quick set, isolated. She only had one blocker that lets her go either angle. She did a great job there. And I love the confidence we're seeing Grace Myers being able to set these different hitters.
Bailey Kaler on the serve. That one a little too strong. There's a service error for the Oracles. And the lead out to 10. Sadie Sheets is going to check in now for Frankfort to serve. Sadie, one of the handful of juniors on this Frankfort squad this season. And comes in and earns the ace. Substitution for Delphi now is Amelie Lance is going to come back in. They'll get Kylie Smith out. And nicely done by Delphi to at least keep it in play. Now they got to regroup here defensively. Blockers at the net but can't keep it in play. Farley was there as well as Sammy Leopard. Frankfort with a commanding lead here in set number 1. Hot Dogs with a rare bad pass that we've seen here in the first set.
I was just about to say, that's the worst pass they've had all night, and that really wasn't that bad, right? I mean, it was actually on target. It was just really low and fast, but actually, I mean, if that's your worst pass,
you'll take
it. Exactly.
Another service error, yeah. That one hurts a little bit for Delphi. Obviously, Frankfort up pretty big. You can't be giving away free points here, and Frankfort gives one back as a rare service error on this side for Rockhold. That'll bring in Emily Gil-Gihosa for Frankfort. She'll sub into the back row. Give Rockhold a break. Leopard sends it over. Bates with a good, strong swing.
Well, I've seen Bates so active there in the middle.
4 hits against the Oracles whistled there. And now Queen heads back to the service line. Good block with the net that time by Farley. Madeline sends it over. Good diving effort from Queen. And Brown dinks it across.
Nice. I want to point out the great block coverage there by Grace Myers, getting that up off that block. That was a really nice defensive play.
13-point lead here for the Hot Dogs. The overpass there and then just a missed swing.
She knew it.
She got excited.
She did. She was just a little late. Sometimes when you're late, you just got to put both hands up and just block it over versus trying to hit it. That's just one of those experience things. Oh, nice serve.
Farley that time with the ace for Delphi. Adam was part of the Frankfort system. Went over to Rossville. She played at Rossville last year, now transferred to Delphi. Playing for the Oracles this season, volleyball, basketball. I know she used to play softball.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she'll do that at Delphi as well. Well, tipped at the net. One of the better rallies of this first set. And the point goes to Delphi. Looked pretty good there. Timeout going to be taken by Frankfort. Coach Rushton wants to talk things over. Just make sure that they don't lose sight of that. You got a nice lead.
Really
don't give this
pulling
up.
up on defense. I know she's going to be telling them, stick to your lines, go to your bases.
With the Frankfort Eagles Post 976, they're proud to support the surrounding community through service, fellowship, and a commitment to helping those in need. By giving back and lending a helping hand, the Eagles continues the tradition of people helping people. And by making a positive difference in the lives of local families in the community where we live. Want to become a member? Learn how at FOE.com. We also want to take this time to thank Goodwin Funeral Home. During life's most difficult moments, families in our community can count on Goodwin's Funeral Home for compassionate care, guidance, and support. With a commitment to honoring every life with dignity and respect, Goodwin's Funeral Home has been serving local families with professionalism and personal attention since 1856. Learn more at goodwinfuneralhome.com.
And just when Delphi's getting a run, they have another one of those service errors. Those are killing them tonight.
I know we were watching in warm-ups, Laura, and it was one of the things where you had to start counting because it was you could see it. They
It
were
was
just
so
missing.
obvious, yes. It was just serve after serve after serve in the net. And that's when you're not tired, you're not in the middle of a game, you're not trying to hit an area, you're just serving over, warming your arm up, and they weren't able to consistently get the ball over the net.
What part of that becomes a mental hurdle where more than, obviously the girls have the ability to get the ball over the net and put the ball in play, and But does it start to weigh on you? Like you miss a free throw and, oh my gosh, it's a crucial moment.
The serves are the same way. It's like a free throw because they're unopposed, right?
Yep.
But you get in your own head. When you miss a serve, it's on you, right? It's your toss. It's, your form. It's nobody else is taking you out of that. It's just like a free throw. So 90% of the serve game is mental.
And then, like with anything else, once one person gets the yip, sometimes it becomes contagious. We're seeing it kind of pass through the team at the moment.
And they just had another server. This is more than a contagion. This is like full-blown pandemic here for their team. I mean, it's just been all season long. At some point, if I'm the coach, I'm pulling JV players up, and you got a lot of subs. Start subbing people in to serve until people can prove to you they can get the ball over on a consistent basis.
And, of course, Coach Weaver in her first year, she's, getting a look. It's early on in the season. She's trying to let these girls work through it. But even from a coaching perspective, what kind of drills and things in practice can you do? Do you set up targets and then you make it a fun game, a competition during practice to try to hit those?
You can. I mean, and really, at this point, you just want them to get it over the net. I wouldn't even be worried about serving to a certain person or certain area. Just serve the ball over the net.
23-10 early on. That pass a little too close to the net. Tough to handle that time for Lance.
And honestly, I see a lot of form error in their serves. And if you can't serve a jump floater, they would be grounded. For me, they would be set.
And that doesn't mean go to your room, no phone,
no that
no
means
tablets.
Keep your feet on the ground while you serve. The more motion there is, the greater chance for error, right? So, beautiful save.
What a play.
Wow, that was wonderful. Bailey Kaler there with a great save. Yeah, they wouldn't be doing a jump floater for me if they couldn't keep the ball over on a consistent basis.
Good standing serve that time. Delphi with an opportunity here. We got a whistle. Frankfort into the net.
Net ball.
Another point for Delphi. So they're starting to get some momentum here. They've cut this lead down. Obviously, it's, set point here in set one. But you would love to steal some momentum going into set two anyway. 24-13. Help build that confidence up of this young Oracle team. Just one senior on the roster in Peyton Morrow. Good diving effort. Nice punch up. Way to keep the ball in play. Oracle's fighting sound here.
I mean, Delphi is so scrappy. There is no give up on them. That is for sure.
You can hear here in the gym, I hope our cameras are picking that up as well, the communication that's happening down there on the floor right now. Good block at the net. It's Mowdy.
And what did we talk about?
Yeah,
who do you want?
Crucial.
Who's going to end the game at the last part? It's always Chloe Mowdy.
Frankfort takes set one, 25-13. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more volleyball heads your way on the ISC Sports Network.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grands, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Camflo Heating and Cooling, providing comfort and peace of mind. Since 2009, Camflo has been family-owned and locally operated, serving our neighbors with locations in Flora, Lafayette, and Monticello. Whether it's your home or business, heating, cooling, geothermal, water heaters, air quality, or fireplaces, Camflo has you covered. 3 locations, 1 local team. and a commitment to doing things the right way. Contact us today at 574-337-3220 or visit camflowheatingandcooling.com.
Set number 1 belongs to the Hot Dogs, 25-13 over Delphi. This portion of tonight's broadcast brought to you by Mulberry Telecommunications. Stay connected with Mulberry Telecommunications. We're proud to provide reliable, high-speed fiber optic internet to homes and businesses throughout Clinton, Carroll, and Tippecanoe counties. With fast, dependable service and local support, Mulberry Telecommunications is helping the community stay connected for work, school, entertainment, and everything in between. Local service, powerful fiber, connected communities. Sign up today at mintel.net. We also want to thank IU Health. Life happens. That's why having a primary care doctor you can trust makes all the difference. IU Health Primary Care in Frankfort would like to welcome 2 new family medicine physicians, Dr. Wong and Dr. Castellanos, both of whom are now accepting new patients. To schedule with either of these doctors, please call 448-7500. IU Health Primary Care. Expert care close to home. Laura, Frankfort had a large lead at one point in time there in set number 1. Delphi, though, they started to gain a little confidence. Definitely played a lot better towards the end of that set, but they had dug themselves such a big hole. It was going to be hard to come all the way back.
It was, but they looked better in the second half of the first set. I think that their defense looked fantastic in the second half of the first set. Frankfort, just a little inconsistency late on the passing, right? When their passing was solid, there was no stopping them. They got a little shaky there towards the end, and we saw the difference. But then we saw, of course, Chloe Mowdy come in at the end and put a punctuation mark on it because that's what she does.
It's like Team Mom. She's like, all right, we're done with this. I'm in this right here.
This is it. We're done. No more of this silliness. Ace for Lily Rockhold.
Frankfort starts out with the lead 1-0.
For Grace Myers, I guess.
Block at the net. Couple of players there. One of them's Mowdy. The other's the freshman, Brown. That's something I've really been impressed with in the times we've seen Frankfort this year. I feel like their blocking is so much better this year.
Chloe Mowdy is an excellent blocker. And not that Brown didn't close that block and help, but that block set was all Chloe Mowdy.
Feels like there's been so many more contested balls at the net this season from Frankfort. Brown does a good job adjusting her feet.
Look at that defensive effort, though, by Delphi. I love it. It gives them the energy, right? You get a couple of those loose balls up and over the net. It just builds the energy. It was a really nice defensive play.
2-2 early here in set number 2. Myers gets a hand on it. Frankfort's got to send it across. Free ball opportunity, but the send across was so good, nobody was home.
Yeah, just a little communication mistake there, I believe, by the Oracles. Setter's got to play defense first. Just released up. You know, either got to call a free ball and release, or you got to stay home. And you had half of them in one system, half of them in the other system.
Brown that time with the serve into the net, all tied up at 3 apiece. That sends Lance back. Now, that was a good-looking serve.
Yep,
that had some hot sauce on it, but Frankfort
started that.
Handles it, sends it to Rockhold, and Rockhold finishes the rest.
I feel like Queen is moving better tonight. I thought against Rossville she looked like maybe her back or something was hurting her. She looked a little stiff. Her lateral movement wasn't her normal. She looks like she's moving better tonight to me, which that's a good thing. That's very positive for Frankfort. They need her defense.
And the crazy thing is, even through that, where you could tell it looked like something was a little bit off, how many times did we still see her dive and hit the floor?
Yeah, you know, like I told you, I loved last year that she stepped up and was a hitter for the Hot Dogs because that's what they needed. But libero is her natural position, and she's so fun to watch back there. At the Rossville game, no one even said she's hurt, but I just feel like she looked like she wasn't moving well. She looked like her back was bothering her, and she looks like she's moving much better tonight, and that makes me happy for her.
See Queen involved in the play right there. Huffman sends it over. Queen handles it once again. They go to Rockhold. That one just caught the back line.
And that was a perfect pass there by Caroline Queen. People don't realize how hard when somebody's hit the ball and you overhand pass it like that, set the ball with your hands, you have to have strong hands to be able to do that and get it right to the setter like she did.
Ace that time sent over by Shoemaker. Maddie, the junior, checked in for the serve, earned the ace. They go to Huffman.
Nice dig.
They come back to Huffman again. Frankfort's defense there to cover it up.
That was just a smart hit, right? Yeah. It wasn't super hard, but she saw that they were playing in. She just went on top of the block. The block had that line taken away, but she just rolled it over the top of him down the line where there was no defender. Another ace for Maddie Shoemaker, doing a nice job coming in and serving for the Hot Dogs.
Coach Weaver's going to take a timeout here to talk things over. And while they do that, we want to tell you about the Willow Creek Barn. It's a perfect setting for the wedding day you've always imagined. From the beautiful surroundings to the unforgettable moments shared with family and friends, every detail creates a celebration you'll cherish for a lifetime. Begin your forever at the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. For tour inquiries and availability, head to the website, thewillowcreekbarn.com. And if you're in the Flora area, make sure you stop by Tier 1 Meat Co. They take pride in delivering locally sourced premium beef and pork, the kind of meat that honors the land, respects the craft, and makes broadcasters drool every time we have to watch the commercial.
It's true.
From their custom processing to mission-ready catering, they bring the firepower to elevate every meal and every moment. Founded by veterans, every cut is elite, every customer is famous.
Too. That was diversity, right?
Yep.
They were in her little backslide. I like that play too. They were in her little backslide. I like that play too.
Frankfort in control here in set number 2. Farley sends it over. They go to Bates. Timing just a little bit off that time, but still got it across.
She did a good job adjusting. Oh, nice up by Brown.
So fun to just listen to the communication that's going on down there on the floor tonight.
Yep.
Diving effort there. Couldn't keep it in play. That was Carly Hickson hitting the floor. That's one thing that Coach Weaver's definitely she's got a team that they're not quitting.
No,
they're diving all over the place.
Yeah, their defense is really pretty good. Nice block by Bats in the middle. I love when she's super active. That's when she's fun to watch.
And that one sneaks in. Good angle taken there by Huffman. We've seen her put a swing on it a few times tonight. That one found some real estate.
Bat's lateral movement on the net is super quick. Something that you don't always see in middles, but her lateral movement is really, really good. Another serving error for Delphi.
Rockhold at the service line. Little knuckleball that time. No rotation on that serve. And there's Bates right there with the little slam dunk over the net.
Should get a little double action in the stat line for that one. Block and a kill.
And Brown says, I want to do that.
She's like, no, I wasn't in the net. Come on.
They give the point to Delphi here is, the good thing about Bates has got those long arms, long legs. She could just kind of reach around those things there. Where Brown, she's not gifted with the
long arms.
Real long arms.
But, hey, you get her an A for effort there.
Communication by Frankfort. Shoemaker can't get it over. Point back here for the Oracles. Sammy Leopard, the junior setter here for Delphi, back at the service line.
Nice set. Love that. Beautiful set, Grace Myers.
That was perfection.
It was perfection.
Put in a beautiful spot, and then.
And here's the truth. Bates could have slammed away at that, but she saw the open hole and she just went in it. Like, that just shows some emotional maturity for a freshman.
She had a little hang time there, too, for the freshman.
That was beautiful.
She's like, I'm going to let you guys admire this set from my teammate while I
just
flush this one down.
Gently push it in this hole.
That one a little long. 16-7 the score. For Coach Weaver coming in, she said we've had several sophomores make a significant impact at the varsity level. She's got one of them, Maddie Weaver, who's unable to play tonight, but she's been a key defensive player for him. But sophomore Carly Hickson has been there. And just, she's excited. Obviously, you come in, you've got a younger team here, just one senior on the roster. So
they are young.
All these players are coming back next year.
They are young, and even most of these sophomores didn't see much, if any, playing time last year. So, she's got a pretty young lineup here, and at times they look really, really good. Defense is one of those things that's like the heart of your team, and their defense is really solid. So I think she has a lot of good things to build on with this team.
I've been impressed tonight with their libero, Kaler, too. She's had a few plays, especially one that almost Sports Center worthy. That one save. Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah, and she is one of those super sophomores. She's doing a really good job for them.
Morrow with the kill that time for Delphi. Libero Queen checks back in. Bates will get a break.
And really, Morrow's a pretty good hitter. We haven't got to see a lot of offense from Delphi tonight, but you got to credit the Hot Dogs for that, because they have just been able to take the ball to Delphi over and over, and they really haven't been able to get into their offense much. Another serving error for the Oracles.
Farley that time with the serve into the net, gives the point back to the Hot Dogs. Now just 5 away from taking set number 2. Tipped at the net by Mowdy, but that's one of the times where you got a hand on it and it probably hurt, because there wasn't anybody there to clean it up behind her.
But you don't know. It's her job to be the first line of defense. She did her job.
The serve into the net by Morrow. 10-point lead now for the Hot Dogs. Substitution as Morrow comes out. Braylee Rummel comes in, the freshman. And we've talked about some of these teams that we've seen in our areas over the last couple of years. Like, occasionally you have that turnover, or the class, or a coach leaves, whatever the case is. And you get a bunch of youth on a team, and you got to take your lumps kind of that first year.
You do.
But in year 2, you start to see the fruits of that labor. Your team really starts to turn things around.
Most of these players have had little to no varsity playing time until this year. Next year, they're going to be seasoned vets, because they're playing all the time, all the way around, every point this year. All this playing time will pay dividends next year.
22-10.
But I want to give credit to the Hot Dogs. They've stayed in system, and they are not, they're still playing their game. They're not letting their level of play slide at all. They're just staying consistent throughout.
And I know the last time I was here personally against Rossville, what a night that was. I mean, my goodness. Yeah. 5 sets. It was an absolute dogfight, pun intended.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that was one of the nights where, you know, we got out of here kind of late, but I left still feeling good.
It was worth every
like, wow,
second. Absolutely.
That was one of the best volleyball matches I had seen in a hot minute.
That is 4 missed serves in a row for Delphi. Hard to get yourself back out of a 13-point deficit when you have 4 serving errors in a row.
That'll bring Sheets into serve here. Set point for Frankfort. Good pass from Kaler. They go to Huffman. That one was not touched by the Hot Dogs, just strong from Huffman. So 25-11, the score here in set number 2. We'll take another break. When we come back, third set heads your way on the ISC Sports Network.
Life happens, and having a primary care provider you trust can make all the difference. IU Health Primary Care in Frankfort welcomes 2 new family medicine physicians, Dr. Yang Wang
or Dr. Paola Castellanos,
now accepting new patients. Whether you need an annual checkup, preventive care, help managing a chronic condition, or care when you're sick, our team is here for you and your family when you need it. Schedule your appointment today. Call 765-448-7500. IU Health Primary Care, expert care close to home.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
Your smile is one of the first things people notice. Make it one you'll love. At Ardente Dental, we make getting the smile you've always wanted easier than ever. From traditional braces to life-changing results, our team of professional smile makers are here to help every step of the way. Want to see the difference a straighter, healthier smile can make on you or your child? We offer free consultation, braces starting at just $199 per month and no down payment. Don't wait to transform your smile. Call Ardente Dental today and schedule your free consultation.
It's been all Frankfort so far here in volleyball tonight from Quesarita. 25-13, 25-11. They lead 2-0, and it just so happens that this part of our broadcast is brought to you by the Community Schools of Frankfort, where tradition meets opportunity as we celebrate our 151st graduating class. We honor our past while preparing students for the future. Here, students don't just earn a diploma, they earn a college credit through Indiana College Corps and Gem City University, Frankfort High School's early college, and the only early college program in the county. With 25 career pathways, award-winning arts, the only marching band in the county, and athletics that build leaders, call today to schedule a tour and see why Frankfort High School is where opportunity begins.
Same lineups out there for both teams. Delphi should have the serve, I believe.
They'll start with Morrow from the service line. So it's the one area where, not to beat a dead horse, obviously they know it too. This is a key area for them to work on and continue to improve this season because, Laura, when the ball's in play, Delphi runs some great defense.
Absolutely. It's hard to get momentum when you can't serve the ball over the net. That's really what it is. We talk all the time, Sean, how volleyball is a momentum game, right?
Absolutely.
Right there, you just saw their amazing defense get them a point. But it's hard to get momentum when you can't serve the ball over the net on a consistent basis.
Well, you go back to the Rossville-Frankfort game that I was speaking of from last week. Rossville had Frankfort on their heels. They were about to put it away, and Frankfort came back
And stole the momentum.
And then took the next 2 sets to win it.
Yeah, it is probably more than any sport. The momentum matters, and when you keep breaking your own momentum by making service errors, it's hard to win matches.
1-1. This is going to send Brown back to the service line. I know Frankfort Athletics as a whole, they're excited about Brown as a freshman. Coming in here, looks good as a volleyball player, but they're excited about what she may be able to do on the basketball floor as well for the Lady Hot Dogs over the next few years.
Yeah, just a really good all-around athlete. Nice block there by Mowdy and Michael.
I know for me personally, it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, I thought she had that up.
Almost got there. It's been a lot of fun to watch the youth movement in the area. We've had some very talented young players across different sports, and it seems to be following the female sports, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Rockhold is the super senior of the group. I mean, she was County Player of the Year last year.
Yep.
She's just fantastic, great senior. But after that, when you start thinking about the best players in that county, they're underclassmen.
Yeah.
They're freshmen and sophomores.
Good block at the net that time. Morrow there. Or excuse me, that was Courtney Nelson, number 18. Apologize, Courtney.
Yeah, she puts a big block up out there.
I like the celebration afterwards, too. Get a little put the roof on the house.
That's right.
Service error there gives the point back to the Hot Dogs.
See, there's that momentum break, right? You have this boom, put the roof on the house, a big play. Get this momentum. Service error. It's just so hard to keep it up. Wipe the ball off there.
Looks like the ball may have some moisture on it. While they take a quick time to talk about it, we want to tell you about Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where the coalition understands the important role healthcare coverage plays for athletes and their families, partnering with CKF to provide free expert assistance to enroll, use, and maintain affordable coverage. Certified navigators are available to set for uninsured Hoosiers as a trusted teammate. Call 1-888-975-4CKF and tell us the county where you live or work.
Blocking her there by Bates, but I love the fact that she went up with two hands and wasn't trying to hit the ball over. Timing was off just a little. She was early, but it's hard to not be early when you see that big ball coming towards you.
Yeah.
But I love that she went up with two hands, like I said.
Big night across our networks tomorrow night here on ISC, and one right here in Clinton County as the Frankfort Hot Dogs and the Clinton Prairie Gophers will face off on the gridiron. That coverage will start around 6:55 p.m. or so. Kickoff coming around 7 p.m. Clinton Prairie got a big win last week on the road against number 7 Frontier. Comeback effort to get the victory. Farley, blocked by Bates. And as a former Hot Dog alumni, if Bates doesn't play basketball, I'm hoping someone convinces her to, because she's got the length and athleticism that she can definitely contribute.
Kia will definitely be trying to talk her into it.
That is a good point now that head coach Kia Rushton will man the helm of both the volleyball and girls basketball programs here at Frankfort. They said, hey, you're here all the time anyway.
Might as well just stick around for a few more months.
Sure.
Be here every day for 3 or more months.
Service ace that time from Frankfort earns them another point. They'll open up a 7-6 lead.
Her second of the evening.
Sheets just long with that one. Good idea. It was open.
It was.
Service there, though, gives the point back to Delphi, all tied up at 7 apiece. Huffman sends it over. They go to Bates. Brown comes running up from the back row and puts a nice swing on that one. Good.
She was like, that was a little awkward, but okay, it went over. The look on her face. But I think she was expecting that.
She had to travel some ground to get it, but she made work of it.
She did. She got her feet to the ball. That's what matters.
Rockhold with the ace. Frankfort now with a 2-point lead. If you're watching this one tonight and you're a football fan, there's a monumental matchup going on the ISC Sports Network tonight as well. The Marion Knights and the U-Indy
That's a good rivalry.
Greyhounds battling it out on the gridiron. They did it for a couple of years and they did away with it. Now they've brought it back and got our very own Greg Rakestraw on that one.
Nice pass from Delphi.
Block there. Bates once again.
I'm going to point out that's like 3 or 4 blocks for Bates tonight already. This is the best we've seen her play. She's really on it tonight.
You can see her confidence growing too.
Yes,
like she's really starting to come out of the shell and she's not playing like a freshman at all.
She's not, and honestly, I think she's one of those players, the busier she is, the more you keep her involved, the more confident she is, the better she'll play. When she doesn't get set several times in a row or she doesn't get hands on blocks, that's when I think you see her kind of get in her mind, you know. But when she's playing confident and she's getting the chances, then I think she will be unstoppable.
Queen's going to check back in for Frankfort here. They're also going to come back with Nelson on Delphi's side of the ball. And Kaler on the serve. Mowdy couldn't keep that one in play. Opposite side of the antenna. I'm so proud of myself now in year 18 of doing this that I actually refer to it as an antenna and not a candy cane like I did.
Candy cane. Yeah, so much better, Sean.
I told you I'd eventually get there. This swing a little long.
Several unforced errors here for Frankfort in a row. Want to clean it up a little bit.
I like the fact that Kia's kind of letting them play through this and not taking a timeout here.
Yep.
But there's also a fine line you walk with that too, right? Where you don't want to let them get too lax and be like, okay, guys, come on. Because you don't want coach to have to reel you in every time. You want your players on the floor to be leaders as well.
Yep.
That one was not touched by Frankfort, out of bounds, and point to the Hot Dogs. Grace Myers on the serve.
Nice pass from Delphi.
We knew that with the graduation of Jalen Smith from Frankfort, there was going to be a hole to fill.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know how glaring that hole was going to be because we didn't know what was coming behind. I think Grace Myers has done a really good job from the first time we've seen her to tonight. She's filling in that
improved
role.
so much. Yes, she really has. She's really the first time I saw her play, I was a little worried, but man, she has really, really improved. She really has. Doing a great job.
The more reps you get on the floor, it just starts to become second nature, and then it's her offense now.
And I think it's about confidence in her teammates, not in herself. I think it's confidence in her teammates.
Tonight's game is proudly supported by Camflow Heating and Cooling. As a locally owned, family-operated company, Camflow is committed to keeping the community comfortable with trusted heating, cooling, indoor air quality, and fireplace solutions. Thank you for supporting the local businesses that support our local athletes. Camflow would like to wish the Hot Dogs and the Oracles best of luck all season long. We also want to thank the Frankfort Eagles. They are proud to support our surrounding community through service, fellowship, and a commitment to helping those in need. They are people helping people, and they're making a positive impact and a difference in the lives of local families in the community where we live. Want to become a member? Learn how at FOE.com.
Yeah, I think the difference with Grace Myers is her setting's always been there. It was just her confidence in those freshmen. She knew she had Rockhold. She knew she had Mowdy. She knew those girls could come through. But she's getting the confidence in the freshman hitters, and you can see them starting to click, and it's making all the difference in the world.
And where that's key is obviously you want to click with Rockhold this year. It's the success of this year's team. But next year, you're not going to have Rockhold, and you're already going to have a nice rhythm built with all those other teammates.
That's true. But the other thing that's true is you have to run a diverse offense, because when you come up against teams that have really big, good blockers, they'll be able to key in on Rockhold. And Rockhold's 5'10". She's not 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". She's not going to hit over huge blockers. So if you get against a team that's got a couple, 6 foot and taller girls that can key in on blocking Rockhold, you have to isolate blockers. And the only way to do that is to diversify your offense. Have active middle hitters, and that's what Bates gives them. She is super active in the middle.
Yogi Hosa can't keep this one in play. That one finds its way into the upper decks. Got a little boy over here. He's going to help him out. Nicely done.
Getting a little appreciation from the crowd.
Used to be so fun as a kid to run around in here. Yes, I was young at one point in time. But man, I remember coming in here, especially on basketball nights in Case Arena. This place would be packed, and you could just run the place as a kid and go to concession stands. The roar of this gym is something else.
It is still a fun place to play. Nice
great effort. Oh, Queen couldn't quite get there. We love the work. Coach Rushton going to talk it over. I think she's let him play through it enough here. She wants to have a conversation about this. That gives us a chance to thank the Willow Creek Barn. They are the place where you can find the perfect setting for the wedding day you've always imagined. Visit their website at thewillowcreekbarn.com. They have a beautiful gallery. You can check their calendar for availability. The land out there is absolutely beautiful. Both Laura and I have had family members married out there. It is amazing. There are so many add-ons. You can upscale, downscale your wedding. You can have it indoor, outdoor, whatever you want to do.
Hot
and I
air
promise
balloon,
you won't forget it.
Hot air balloon, mechanical balls. It's so fun.
It's beautiful. (16-15). Delphi definitely keeping a lot closer here in set number 3. They tie things up at 16 apiece. You see the Oracle starting to gain some confidence.
So I think that Delphi actually has the momentum right now. The key here is they cannot have a serving error.
And you'd hate to say that the broadcaster jinx was in effect there, but
yeah,
it gives the point back to Frankfort.
Yeah, just every time that they seem to be building a little bit of momentum, they continue to shoot themselves in the foot, unfortunately. Nice dig. Once again, the solid defense.
And what's the call here? Over. Reached over the net.
And nice job by Grace there to go up like she was going to get set so that they could make that call. She doesn't go up to set, they can't make that call. So good job there by Grace Myers.
This return a little too strong.
I do want to say it was nice ups by Allie Huffman, though. Delphi, she really got up there. She's not a super tall player, but she was really up there.
Definitely showing off some athletic ability. Brown on the serve. After that timeout, Frankfort's rattled off quite a few points in a row here.
Oh, net. Wow.
Better play through that one, and then Rockhold, no doubt about on this one.
She's just like, well, we're just going to take that whole net play out of the call here. We're just going to take it to them.
I love the reaction from Courtney Nelson from Delphi there. She was like, well, you got me. There's nothing I can do but say nice hit. Just kind of smiled. And
there's nothing you're going to do about those, right? Like, Lily's going to have those hits. You can't stop that. That's okay. Nice serve by Brown.
Got a wet spot on the floor they're going to clean up here real quick. Want to make sure player safety is taken care of here. Again, sports fans, if you are available tomorrow night and find yourself wanting to watch some high school football, we got you covered. 7 o'clock kickoff. Frankfort Hot Dogs, Clinton Prairie Gophers. You can find it right here on the ISC Sports Network, on YouTube, X, or whatever they're calling that these days. I still want to say Twitter. My music fans will understand when I say that I still attend concerts at Deer Creek.
Yep, I understand.
Another great serve from Frankfort. Delphi is going to take a timeout. 23-16, your score. Normally we save hardware for post-game festivities, but I think we've already got this one in the bag. Our Frankfort Eagles player of the game tonight is going to be Grace Myers for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. She has played really, really well. I love seeing her coming into her own from that setter role. Done a nice job from the service line as well.
Yeah, I just love the improvement I see from the Rossville first set to tonight. It's like two different people. That confidence that she's got from there, you see a good shot of her. The confidence that she has in the hitters, those two freshman hitters she has, going to them, but not just going and making the offense diversified as far as different setters, but different sets. Running some back slides for Rockhold, running quicker sets, less of the setting in the back row to the back row. Against Rossville, we saw her set back row to Rockhold several times. I don't think we've seen one tonight.
We saw when she broke the huddle there, you talked about her confidence. She was showing off some dance moves as well.
There you go. I mean, you got to be confident to do that, right?
This goes the Rockhold here. Good.
That was
Taylor. Wow, I can't even get it out. I'm so impressed with it.
That was an amazing dig. She's a really good libero back there.
She gets to it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rockhold tries to dink that one across and cannot get it over the net. That point right there, obviously a team sport, but you've got to cite Bailey Kaler for her effort.
Absolutely. 3 amazing digs from Bailey Kaler. She really is quite the libero. I mean, if there was an MVP on Delphi's team tonight, it would definitely be
her,
Bailey
hands
Kaler
down.
for sure.
Huffman's return too strong there, and now match point for the Frankfort Hot Dogs.
And lots of positive things for Delphi to build on. Defense being the number one thing that I've been impressed with them tonight. I mean, not just Bailey Kaler, but all of the Oracles are really playing good defense. So I think that's something you have to take as a positive, something to build on. Often defense shows what the heart of your team is, and this team has heart. And I hope that the coach knows that, and she's going to be able to build on that in the years to come.
You can teach fundamentals, you can't teach effort. They definitely have the effort, so they're going to be just fine.
They are. You cannot teach heart, and these kids definitely have it. I mean, we have not seen them quit all night long.
And there is the 25th point there.
Even to that last point, you saw 3 people on the floor there. Amazing.
25-17, your final here in set number 3. Frankfort takes it in 3 straight sets tonight. They do so 25-13. 25-11, 25-17. You see it there on your screen. Our postgame show brought to us by the Willow Creek Barn. A good shot inside that Frankfort High School huddle right there. And you see our player of the game in Grace Myers, number 6. Fantastic tonight, spreading the ball around and got everybody involved. That felt like a complete team effort from the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Laura, your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, the balance of that, right? They stayed in system like we talked about at the onset. They stayed in system, passed well enough to run that diverse offense. Grace Myers did a great job setting. This was a fun Frankfort Hot Dog team to watch tonight. They can stay on this path. I think that, they're going to continue to have a lot of success this season.
Sky's the limit. Hot Dogs improved to 7-1 on the season. They take it in straight sets tonight. A fantastic finish. Hats off to the entire Hot Dog TV crew, all the students, and Mr. Richard Slee behind the scenes for all their effort and work. For Laura Archibald, I'm Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in. You've been watching IHSAA Girls Volleyball on the ISC Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast is presented by the Community Schools of Frankfort, where opportunity begins. CamFlow Heating and Cooling. Comfort you can count on, backed by people who care. The Frankfort Eagles, people helping people. Fiberhawk, fast, affordable Fiberhawk. Healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Mulberry Telecommunications, local service. Powerful fiber, connected communities. And the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance.
Located in historic downtown Frankfort for nearly 170 years, our commitment has remained the same: to serve every family with compassion, dignity, and respect. Since 1856, we've been honored to guide generations through life's most difficult moments with personalized care and trusted service. With the only crematory in Clinton County, families have the comfort of knowing their loved one remains in our care every step of the way. Rooted in tradition, dedicated to our community, and